I'm Larry Buell, one of the co-founders of Earthland, and my younger brother Charlie is sitting over there in the rain somewhere. It was our parents, Harry and Ruth Buell, that bought this land, and maybe we're going to have a forest here. They never really knew what we were doing until Harry Buell would come and see our gardens. When he saw the gardens, he said, yeah. So we give thanks to our ancestors, and all ancestors are gathering with us today. So we give great gratitude for that. So in the tradition, when we start circles, we start with an invocation. And we have three people who are going to be starting the invocation. Maya will come in with her beautiful butterfly bee, and my wife Katja Esser, and then Jeffrey Weisberg.
Many years ago, Katja and Larry got married on this land, and I had the honor of walking behind them, one side for Katja, one side for Larry. It's such an honor to be representing the vertical plane between the sky and the earth, and also the horizontal plane of all the wind beings and all the other beings and the earth. So you can take a moment to thank the rain for its purging and its cleansing, its incredible blessing in the skies, blessing in the sky. We now welcome the sun, the glorious star. So we get our energy, our love, and our hearts on fire for the earth, on fire for the rivers to be safe, on fire for the fires to only be where they need to be and not running wild out of control. Give thanks for the sun that gives life and energy. Give thanks to the ancestors beneath the ground, up in the clouds. It's been an honor to bring a blessing to you all. May you each be happy. May you each be strong. May you each stand tall in your own royalty, your own divinity, your own truth. Stand tall. Don't be afraid, or if you are, hold the fear. Touch it gently and let it go.
Greetings, Sampa, Mamini, young punk, ancient ones. Greetings to the ancestors. I think about the many that have come before this land soaked in blood at first. Well, actually not at first. At first it was in harmony, before things shifted. But this land that has gone through transitions. It has known splats of blood, tears, hurt, pain, and joy. We have come back to revive this land. And I want to honor the specific ancestors that have made a difference in our communities as we have come together here. And yes, David Holpine, absolutely. And Rana, Rose, and in our feminine past, and Kristen Brockett past, very powerful women that held our communities together and moved us forward. I also invite the spirits of this land that have been holding all this, all that have been shedding upon you and helping us to find our ways back to Mother Earth. Beloved Mother Earth, you have been this beautiful vessel that held us. You have been listening to the tears and the cries on all levels through the ages. Your memory, all that memory stored deep within you as it constantly is being transformed. And you heard us, you brought us together because this is the place where this could happen. So that we would remember who we are and what our relationship is. As God has continuously expressed itself through all the beings around us. How would we otherwise express itself than only by modeling it and for us to listen again and remember that we came here as stewards. Thank you for all the standing ones that have been listening in. And the tragic event that happened is the hornets here. I heard about it. It's like we still have to go so far in order to learn how to be in right relationship and to remember not to act from fear but from love. We can transmute anything to love. Thank you for the many tears of the sky that keep raining upon us and flooding us because we are flooded inside. We have to remember what it means to be free, and it means that we cannot be free unless we are freeing ourselves from our own chains and enslavement and the traumas that we put upon ourselves. And it takes courage to go that deep. And this land has been supporting us, and we do little steps. And you bring us together again and again. And here, at this moment, we celebrate the 30 years that this vision was planted in order to begin the healing process. And we've come a long way, and we still have far to go. And this is a very tumultuous time, and it's pushing us to go deeper and deeper, to make the change, so we can be true, free human beings that can lead the way for the others. Thank you for holding us, beloved Mother Earth, and all the beings that are witnessing us. Thank you, honey in the heart to all my relations. Ashe. Ashe.
This as a small but beautiful symbol of our lives together, intertwined in so many different ways. Thank you so much for hosting us, Larry and Katya and others of this space. My name is Jeffrey Weisberg, Dragonheart. I'm a student of Larry's. I was in his program in 1990, 91. And he invited me on this land to be a caretaker as he journeyed to Siberia. And from that place, he had this vision of Earthlands. It was Howie and Colin holding that space initially. And then the tribe just kept coming in so many different ways. This is also where I met my beloved Hart. Some 30 years ago, we were celebrating our 30th anniversary together. I owe all of it to this space and to this community, to bringing us together in a convergence. So I wanted to call in the coyotes of this land. There are many coyotes, or there were, I'm assuming. You're still here, right? You're still here? Yeah, thank you. I was going to ask for some examples. What do the coyotes sound like around here? So, coyotes live all over the world, and these are very special. In the ways that they would call in the moonlight, down in the meadow of the field, and just remind us of our ancestral beginnings. And the trickster energy, the power of the jokester. Sometimes we take ourselves so seriously. Yeah? So, thank you. You modeled that so well. And Katya also started to mention some of our community and our family that aren't with us anymore. So I'd like to just offer a moment for you to speak those names into this space so that we can include them. Welcome, whether they're directly related to Earthlands or your life. please just take a moment to speak their names out loud.
Barbara Bereave.
Sean Weisberg.
Christy Doherty.
Trish.
Daniel Ginsberg.
All those unknown ancestors who stewarded this land.
Those named and unnamed, we welcome you. And if you would please join in a continuous Om for a moment. May the blessings of this time together continue to cast seeds of peace across this planet and beyond, to activate all that is good and right, to guide us, to support us, to inspire us, to live in right relationship with all of life.
And I think it was about this time in 1992 that I was with the International Alliance for Sustainable Agriculture. I was on the board of directors. And I and my friend Leslie, and who else was with me? Sally. Sally was with me. And we were at this amazing conference called NOFA. And I met this gentleman. Larry, to me, at that time when I met Larry, he was the most magnificent gentleman I had ever met. And he touched me. And he invited me to this place that he called home, called Earthlands. And after that, the weekend activities, I ventured here. And I didn't leave for a long while. And as I was here and feeling this land and Larry's vision and the coyotes and all the magical moments that I had with the forest here, we started, well, Larry had already invited a number of people, and then I started inviting people to come for a little visit. And a lot of those people didn't leave. So I have the pleasure of introducing the tribe that came together with Larry's sounding of the conch. And we circled together and set the vision of Earthlands in motion with Larry. And it's been such an honor to be a part of this tribe. And I have not been as active because I raised a baby. And I just ventured out on my own adventures too, but always carrying the heart and the spirit of this place just so deep in me. And it's my pleasure to introduce everybody now. So the first person that I'm going to introduce, I think you were going to do your, yeah.
So we're not all going to stand up?
No, not now, not
now,
yet.
okay.
We're going to do that, but not now.
I think our coyote is taking right now.
Thank you.
And he was one I invited.
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to invite everybody to take a deep breath. Maybe 2 or 3. Love and North Star. I'm humbled to be standing up here. It's this land, these people, this dream have been just utterly amazing. I've been thinking about this day for quite a while, since Larry invited me, both 30 years ago and a few weeks ago. But I think what I'd love to do first is, Larry, could you stand up? Can you give this guy a huge round of applause? I just want to first thank you, Katya, for nailing it about what this land is and what it evokes in us and what it, like the potential of what we can be as humans. And, you know, that's why I'm up here, because I was kind of this really, just a kind of a scared young man from Brooklyn, and Larry invited me to join this wonderful group of misfits. And I'm sorry, Ceci, I just want you guys, the originals, the ones that were here, just to stand up for a second, because everybody should see you. You rocked my world, like totally rocked my world. Yeah. Take a look around. These are amazing people who listen to some crazy voice. I'm looking at Davis here and Diane. You know, I said a shy kid from Brooklyn, and we started this crazy group called Sacred Earth Network. And thank you for that beginning, Ceci, about how the NOFA conference, because it was just like, I'm 37 or 38 years old, and I'm like, what's next? I always wanted to live in the country, and boy, is this the country or what? And just so many people started to feel this sense of, when I said crazy misfits, it's a misfit in the current culture to be one earth. How does it go?
People, one earth.
One people, one earth. That's still misfit in a way, right? But it's not really.
But it's not.
Right? Okay. Brother North Star, everybody. Yeah. So this dream that we weren't just, we knew there was something big and beautiful that humans were capable of, and living beautifully with the land. And we were just, beautiful idealists. And I look around and I cannot believe I'm looking at Jeffrey and Hart and Jacoby and Diane and Davis and Kaimi and Asha and freaking Jaya, my buddy who, I hang out with him all the time. I'm the luckiest person in the world. JK to follow, it's like every single one of you. If I missed you, Margie, Shane, there's so many of you. Keith, who did I miss that was in the oh, yeah! This sense of coming together with Larry's invitation for love of the earth, love of each other, through all kinds of like just crazy stuff. Like you felt the chaos here before, like there was lots of it, and it's fine, and we learn from it. And you know, I just have all these memories, but I think the beginning memory was that, and I've thought about saying this a few times, and I thought I was, you know, gonna cry, and I might, but as I said, I was shy at that, very shy at that age, and when I came up, and I think this has probably happened to a lot of you, Larry, he treated me like a son and a brother. He was a mentor. He showed me nature, and he built me up. And you know, you don't know what it's like to really be built up until it happens by an older man that you respect. Sometimes I think Larry isn't sure how much of a difference he's made for people, but Larry, like just that alone was like utterly magnificent, and I wouldn't be speaking up here right now if it wasn't for you, right? That was here probably for thousands of years. I want to honor you, Kent, you know, David Tall Pine, as a representative of the Nipmuc people here. It's been an amazing revelation. I mean, it's like you hear about Indians from New York City, but then you meet real ones and you feel real spirits. And Larry and I would sit out sometimes and we would just feel this Nipmuc prayer. And what is the prayer? You know, we've heard it before. The prayer is, can we get into right relationship with the land? And it just, that dream just rocked me. And Larry never let up, right? Like you've known Larry for as long, some of you for 30, 35, 40 years. That dream of right relationship, that's the Earthlands dream, right? Yeah. Charlie, David, and Larry, introduced to David and Charlie early, and they really actually helped me a lot because, again, I was from Brooklyn. I didn't know anything about country living. I think Charlie said something like, "You don't have your wood in yet? Get your wood in." Right, Charlie? Get your wood in.
I started today.
You started today. I don't think so. Another thing, who did the 24-hour experience? Okay. Yeah. So the 24-hour experience was you get out there and you're out all night long, and you don't, you know, you don't go to sleep. Maybe 1 or 2 hours. But Larry is the one that led us, and you know, up until that time, I never got like how important it is for get out of our houses and get out into nature. I mean, consistently, like crazy deep. It changes your life. So Larry wrote a book called The 24-Hour Experience. That's another one of his great achievements. And if it wasn't for the 24-hour experience, I'm not sure there would be an Earthlands. So I want to acknowledge that as well, right? 24-hour experience. Oh yeah, you're all gonna love this. What is this? What am I looking at? Ding, 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 $64,000. What? 60. Keith, say that again, louder.
64,000 folders.
Right, okay. There have been boxes. They've been beautiful boxes. Doesn't somebody like it? Somebody sound like that? Boxes, many boxes. Like, check this out. The map. How many times have you gotten this map? You know this map? Right? How many times? How many times have you gotten this map? Larry, in case you forgot the borders. Worksheet with acreage and so forth.
To-do list.
To-do list. Is a keeper, and I'm going to frame this thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but Larry wrote this: a prayer for the future of Earthlands, ancestors, Nipmunk grandmothers, and spirits of the land. I ask that you come forth to support the highest and best use of the Earthlands property in order to fulfill the vision of the land. So, I mean, this is a keeper.
When was that written, Bill?
Huh?
When was that written?
Oh yeah, by the way, I used to be called Bill, but sorry. It's been about 2 years.
Call you that.
Yeah. This is October 31st, 2012. Remember this, Larry?
Oh, Darwin.
Right. Need to just go back again and look and acknowledge Davis and Diane here again. Just raise your hand for a second. Just because I don't know if I really would have went or left the city if it wasn't for you guys. Like serious business, right? Big move from 10 million people to a little dinky town of 1,000, right? 1,500, but who's counting? There were so many renditions. How many groups of people came to start the utopian community of our dreams? How many groups would you say? Like 25? And it was...
Everybody should stand up who was part of any of that.
Yeah, stand up if you were any part of...
Rendition of Living at Earthlands.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when Ceci used to sleep by this cliff by herself, like this rock outcropping all night without any tent. I mean, talk about hardcore. All winter. Talk about a visionary. Right? This is fun. Thank you for your attention. We mentioned Prana Rose, God bless her. She was just such a powerhouse. And you know, the first thing here is breathe, so let's take another breath. Because she taught us breath work on this land, and let the land speak through us as we breathe deeper, deeper and deeper. And is with us, correct. Brad, where are you? Brad. Okay. So Brad, thank you for keeping the Earth story vision alive by a